What's going on, Team Lethal? Of course, this is the Bankhead Bullies, but I'm Lethal Mindset. I'm always Team Lethal. Today we're playing against a team that I expect us to beat. Blackhawks, they haven't played any games. Of course, our record is wrong. I wish 2K would keep better updated records, but I don't even know if they had a 99 overall. They might have had 199 overall. So whenever I see that, I expect us to win that game. There's no reason why we should ever lose to a team and their players are not even maxed out, especially if most of the team is that way. So it's a game I expect us to win. Big thing for us, we have to figure out how to get to 80 points per game. I know typically we score around anywhere from, I want to say 70 to about 76. But ever since we played that one game that we lost, and we still, scored as well as we scored, whenever we play against teams that can't really hang with us, we should be able to put up 80 points. All right? I don't care whether it's 20 points a quarter. If we have a bad first quarter, which typically that's always going to be our worst quarter because it's a fill-out process to see if they can actually play or not. But outside of that, once we determine that they can't hang with us, we should be able to score, 23, 24, 25 points a quarter for the rest of the game. All right? Especially since most teams play the same defense. Every team plays 2-3. If they're going to play 2-3, 5 out beats 2-3 every single time. All right? No matter how good their rotations are, they will open up a 3 ball. You just have to be patient. Also, there's a good reason why we should be running plays. If we ran swim against that 2-3 zone, you're either going to have the wing open or you're going to have the top of the key open, or I'm going to be wide open for a mid-range jump shot. It's going to be one of the three. Not to mention that the person who's guarding the ball happens to sag off and you're in the corner, just be ready to shoot. All right, keeping in the back of your mind that if he back up, you're going to shoot the ball. 50-50 ball. That's the battle we got to win if we want to get to 80 points. Typically, I'm going to get my hands on as many passes, many deflections as possible. And sometimes we do a good job of tipping the pass, but a lot of times we don't go after the ball after we didn't try to make a play on it. We'll tip it, but won't run after the ball after that, or the ball will bounce and we see it, but we steady trying to break instead of getting the ball. You always have to attack to get the ball. See right there, if I missed that, somebody should have been either sprinting behind to get the ball or sprinting all the way back to get on defense. And that's how it works. The 50-50 battle is about more than just, who comes up with the ball. It's making the little plays in between. It's the effort plays. And as long as we make more effort plays than the other teams, I guarantee you we're going to outscore them in the quarter and we're going to win the game. Other than that, our defense right now is damn near perfect. I really can't ask nothing more defensively other than I wish people would quit hesitating to pick something up. Switch be there. When it comes to switching, you cannot anticipate a switch. All right, you can't be already ready to jump the gun on a switch before the offense forces you to. On every single switch, the offense should force you to do it. Some switches are common sense. If we're on the same side, whoever is closest to the corner is going to take the man who's closest to the corner. If somebody, say they don't set a screen and they just run around each other. Okay, that's fine. If they run around each other, all you got to do is slide over, pick it up, and whoever was guarding that man going over is going to now play underneath. Simple. It's a real easy concept. But like I said, defense right now is damn near perfect. I can't really ask for much more. We're doing a great job on the pick and roll. For us to be a smaller team, if you look at the box scores, we are out rebounding every team that does have a bigger interior force. 7 foot one guy that possibly has 99 rebounding or something like that. We are out rebounding just about everybody we play against. And because our defense is so good, we are now at the point where I think we should be trying to play against other teams that are just as good as we are. Teams that we can actually lose to. It's pretty rare for us to walk in the wreck and lose. It's pretty rare for us to come in here and play an online game and lose. A lot of those teams, I'm going to just be honest, they're just not as good. They're not as good as the people that's matching up, that's in leagues, that's, in the discords. If you want to play against like some of the best players and play against people that's in the NBA 2K League or people that have played in the NBA 2K League, got to get in those discords, set up games, play. And I guarantee you, like, the competition in there is way harder than what we would regularly play. And what I mean by way harder is, like, those teams understand every rotation. This is all they play. They don't really play in a rec like that. This is all they play. So for them, for some of these people, this is their moneymaker. This is how they make a living. So, but that's the point we're kind of at. That's what happens when you play this well. You reward yourself by playing better competition, but at the same time, just because we're playing better competition doesn't mean we have to play any different. All right? At this point, everybody should understand the style. We play 5 out. Everybody should know what their role on the team is. If you don't know what your role is, all you got to do is look inside the Discord. You will have some type of circle with a color on it, and that color will let you know what your role is. All right, your roles are based off what you bring to the table. So at this point, if you're on the team and you don't have lockdown as part of what you can do, it's because defensively you're not giving me enough. All right. The only thing that I don't have on mine is rim protecting, even though I probably should put that on there, and shooting, because I don't shoot threes. I do take mid-range shots. I do hold my end of the bargain scoring, but I don't shoot threes. So I would never put that underneath my name if that's not something I regularly do. Outside of me, everybody should have shooting as one of their things. If you don't have shooting on there, that means you ain't giving me enough shooting-wise. All right? And if you're on the team and don't have shooting, honestly, I don't know why you're on there. I don't. If you're not going to be able to shoot, you have to be able to defend and play make at a very high level, to the point where you're making very minimal mistakes. But like I said, everybody should have shooting on their thing. If you're a thing that has like finishing and shooting, that means I expect you to score. Or if you have playmaking and shooting, I expect you to score. You're a guy that's capable of putting up anywhere from 18 to about 30 points. So that's King, that's Montage, that's Nation. Like you guys, I expect y'all to put up anywhere from 18 to 30 points every single game. Now, if it's multiple people that we have, like multiple scores, obviously everybody ain't gonna score 30. Because I'm probably gonna put up points just based off the fact that teams don't give up a lot of threes. But I still expect y'all to find some way to be effective, get your shot attempts up. It could be a thing where, if one of y'all can get to 18, the other one should be close to about 15. All right, we can't have a game, though, where I got two scorers out there and both of y'all got 10 points apiece. That's not going to work. All right. The only way that works is if I drop 50 that game, and I guarantee you that's very rare that I'm going to be able to score that many points without the defense, pretty much just giving up. But everybody should strive to get locked down underneath their thing. If you don't have lockdown, it's not saying you can't play defense. Like I said, it's just because you're not giving me enough defensively. I don't really care about the stat line of the steals and blocks. The way I'm pressuring the other team's point guard, I expect you guys to do that anyway. Like, I expect y'all to get steals, deflections, just because of how I'm pressuring the other team's point guard. But I care more about, can you switch on time? All right? Can you gamble at the right time? Some of y'all be gambling on some passes that it's clear ain't nobody gonna throw that damn pass. When it comes to shooting, be confident. If you ain't got it, it's okay, but be confident shooting the ball. I want you to be as confident as possible. Again, recognize when it is and ain't your game. Like, for Montage, King, and Nation, y'all have to understand, it's always going to be your game. You have to figure out how to score. Whether it's off of catch and shoot opportunities, whether it's by breaking the defense down one-on-one, whether it's just by getting out on the break. And if you're not going to score a lot of points, I need you to have at least 5 assists. At least 5. So I still expect you to always get to 10 points. But if you're not giving me the other points, I expect you to give it to me in assists, whether you're feeding me back down low or you're just finding the open man. So, but I need 5. All right, I need y'all to be responsible for the points I expect y'all to put up. All right, when it comes to the pick and roll, typically me and Reggie are going to play the pick and roll, and it's only because me and him play 2-on-2 more than any other duo. I play 2s a lot with Cincy. I played with Montage before. I haven't really lost with Montage, but we're typically going to play the pick and roll, but it is getting closer to 2K23. And because of that, I'm not going to be here next year as y'all start grinding to play. So y'all have to get used to King, y'all have to get used to Nation running that point guard, and then y'all have to develop some way to play pick and roll defense. I don't care whether y'all take 2 similar sized defenders and try to do it that way, or if y'all just try to, start playing 2-on-2 with each other. Like, for us to be a team, I expect more. I know we all don't know each other personally, but I do expect us to play more modes together. It saddens me that we don't play more park games together, or some of y'all get on and y'all should be able to go run in the park with the system that I have put in place and be pretty productive. All right. The system don't necessarily mean the man got to cut down the middle and score. That's just my thing. If you got a guy that can score and can shoot threes, y'all still can play iso ball while he can sit out there and shoot, but y'all still got to be ready to catch and shoot or hit him back down the middle, kick it back out for an open 3, or just learn how to be a better scorer yourself. I plan to add a couple more people to the team, just to make sure that y'all always have enough people in rotation to play. And y'all have to get to a point where y'all really want to play. The worst thing that I've seen with playing this Team Proam thing is we actually get good, we get into a league, we lose a couple of games, and I know I'd be pretty furious, and then it's like people just can't find the time to play anymore. We're getting up there trying to get games. Like, typically when I play in the league now, I try to play as many sorry teams as possible. The reason being, like, playing against good teams, I don't know why, but it always derails everybody's confidence. A team that's going to be perfect on the rotation, like, if y'all ever played 2s or 3s with me, it's going to be a time where you go against an opponent that's just as good as you, and you got to play perfect basketball. And that's what I've been preparing you guys to play ever since we kind of started this. Preparing y'all to play perfect basketball, a game where you'll have very little mistakes. Your shot timing is perfect. You perfectly help on defense. You don't give up back doors. You keep everything in front of you. You do a great job of boxing out so that your teammate can grab the rebound. Floor spacing. All those different. It's going to come a time where the only way you could possibly win is by playing perfect basketball. And if you don't play perfect, you have too many turnovers, too many mistakes, it's going to be a bad result. I kind of wish I was going to be there with you guys next year. I do kind of like the team that we now have. I think everybody's kind of found their way, their groove to kind of play. So I do wish I was there with y'all, grinding it out next year. But at the same time, hopefully once I get myself going on what I'm working on, it would be more beneficial for you guys. All right, because that's kind of what I'm working on. I want to be able to make enough income to where I can show you guys how much I value your time. But at the same time, for me to do this, I'm going to need you guys to play. Like, I'm going to need you to let your wives or girlfriends know, like, hey, like, it's cool that we're going to make some money, but in order for us to keep this money, I got to be available to play. And they should be understandable, even if you split the money with them, split it with your girlfriends or whatever, it'd be beneficial. But, you know, it's always a dream, I think, to get everybody a shot to, like, play for some money, play to earn money. And that way when we go into tournaments and leagues and stuff, like, nobody has to come up out their pocket, or everybody be able to put the time in or schedule time to better accommodate what we're trying to do. All right. Don't trip about next year. Next year is going to be tricky. I'm not going to be there. I know Reggie's going to be in and out, but, you know, just try to keep the group together. That's all I really care about. If you guys can keep the group together, cool. With that being said, fantasy football is coming up. I do plan to do it this year, but I need at least 6 people to do it. I'm going to see how many people in the chat is going to be willing to try to do it this year. RDH Talk was and is the current champion, even though he shouldn't have won it. But, like, he is the current champion. And, you know, like I said, it's something outside of 2K that can keep us together, keep us bonded. You know, I know we're not going to be able to, like, hang out in real life and see each other and everything, but that's cool. It's always good to have some other similarities and interests. But other than that, like I said, defenses look real good. Let's get ready to match up against some teams and see if we got it or if we don't. But if we lose, I don't want to hear about people trying to make a new build or anything like that. You have to understand that if we losing at this point, it's simply execution. It's nothing more than execution. All right, as long as we execute, we'll win. But anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. As you can see, we kind of ran away with this one as the game get on. Got to get closer to 80 points. All right. And that is a responsibility for everybody to put up the points that they're supposed to put up. All right, but we got to get closer to 80. Got to keep that tempo up. And we'll go from there. Anyway, it's been Lethal. I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm out.